In this following Objective 5 problem, a patient is to receive 2 units per kilogram per hour of a medication. How much med will the patient receive in a 12-hour shift if the patient weighs 35 pounds? The rounding rule specific for these objectives indicates when rounding a weight, weights are to be rounded to the hundredth. When converting 35 pounds, this equals 15.91 kilograms. In the toolbox is the weight with conversion, the order for 2 units per kilogram per hour, and the question, how much medication will be given specific to this patient in a 12-hour period. According to the order of 2 units multiplied by 15.91 kilograms equals 31.82 units per hour. This is specific now to this patient. How this problem is finished is up to the user. If you are comfortable with simply multiplying at this point, you would only need to multiply 31.82 times 12 for the total per hour, but I will also include ratio and proportion. Again, this is strictly up to the user, but completion when multiplied by 12 shows 381.84 units per 12 hours. Rounding rules in this case 382 units for a 12-hour period. If your desire is to complete this by using ratio and proportion, here is an example of the setup that could be used to maintain consistency throughout the problems. In this second example of an Objective 5 problem, a patient is to receive 3 units per kilogram BID, or twice a day, of a medication. How much would a patient weighing 75 kilograms receive per dose? In the toolbox, we have the order for 3 units per kilogram, also including the frequency of the dose and the weight of the patient, 75 kilograms. Question, what is the amount per dose? This is a good example of a question that is easy. Well, there's no shortage of way to say it, but foul it up. The reason for that is, though the frequency is included, that is actually stating 3 units per kilogram are given twice a day, but that is the single dose. So don't confuse this with a question that would need to be divided by the number 2 in order to get the correct amount. The completion of this problem is a simple calculation of dose where 3 units are multiplied by the 75 kilogram weight of the patient, equaling 225 units per dose. Again, be cautious that when a frequency is provided, it is not necessarily used. The only time this would need to be divided by a frequency is if the dose was specific for a day total and the individual dose had to be broken down.